So when we really looked at what happened after using our gentle sleep coach, it transformed our entire relationship. I remember when the first 2 nights we got like 7 or 8 hours of sleep or something, and we looked at each other and we were like, oh my God, I do love you.
Oh, like the love is still here. We just needed sleep.
Hi, this is Sammy and Ray, and we are from Carlsbad, California.
Before working with our gentle sleep coach, our life was pretty inconsistent sleep for about a year. So we were more so on the side of just hoping that we would get a few hours down.
We were at our wits' end, for sure.
Things were completely falling apart.
Yeah, this is terrible. It wasn't a dark night of the soul. It was the darkest night of the soul. Yeah, our relationship was teetering. You know, we were so frazzled. We were so on edge with each other. It was really such a sad.
I wasn't really sure if we were going to make it.
Yeah, it was really sad. It was terrible.
People say this is hard, but I hadn't felt like people had talked about how hard it could be if you had a baby who didn't want to sleep. All of our friends, their babies slept fine. And so we were like, what do we do if we don't know how to communicate with each other when we are on below empty and we can't catch a night, you know, we can't catch a recharge, and it ended up coming out at each other.
Yeah, we discovered gentle sleep coaching through our friends that had said you should do sleep training, and that sounded awful.
Yeah, we actually tried one night and we all were crying, like baby and us, and we woke up the next morning and we were like, well, now we're even more exhausted, and that was so traumatic. Like, we're not gonna do the sleep training thing.
Terrible.
Until we found gentle sleep coaching, and that just felt more easy and more.
It felt very aligned with how we wanted to make it so much of a smoother and gentle transition for him to sleep and us.
So once we started the gentle sleep coach process, it took us less than a week to see results, because we could see that Rafa, our son, was responding to our little changes. So we could tell that he was a little bit uncomfortable, but we could also tell that there was this beautiful building of trust that was happening. Like, that was one of the coolest things Sammy would say, because he was really the one doing it. He said, I can really feel that Rafa knows where I'm at and that I'm pushing him a little bit outside of his comfort zone, but he knows that I'm still here. And that's the kind of support that we wanted to give him. We didn't want to just, you know, rip a Band-Aid off of him for this experience. It wasn't traumatic. It was easy and gentle, and it was lasting, and that was incredible.
It's funny to say that training and that one thing we put inside our relationship really saved us. And so much so that we've been able to travel, we've been able to just take our lives to the next level that we've always dreamed of doing. In fact, it's so much better. We've got engaged. Our wedding is coming up here shortly, and none of that could have been possible if we didn't get this part of our life handled. So
yeah, the investment definitely has been a full ROI
on our life.
The most important levels of life, you know, your relationship, your family, and your sleep, your health. That's so important. It's allowed us to actually pour back into our businesses. We're both entrepreneurs, and, you know, our businesses were crumbling too. It wasn't just our relationship, and we have businesses together and separate. So there was a lot on the line, and being able to dial in the sleep solidified all of that, because we were finally able to take care of ourselves, take care of Rafa. He wasn't as whiny during the day because he was getting the sleep that he needed. And then we could pour into these other places, which, you know, those investments come back 100-fold.
Why you would want to hire a gentle sleep coach, for sure, it is for the ease and peace of mind and the soul satisfaction that your child feels safe and balanced and comfortable. Anytime our friends ask us, like, hey, what would be one of the biggest pieces of advice you give us as new parents, which we get a lot, I'm always like, hire the gentle sleep coach.
We give them the book.
Yeah,
take this
get
book.
Gentle sleep coaching immediately into your your system with your family, because it will not just transform the family, but it will save the family, and it will give you and your baby such a peace of mind. It's just unbelievable.